Not gonna give you
Times two.
on very important days. Will I monkey chant?
BitmonkeyTV. Episode number 29. My name is Marcelo.
And I'm Scott.
And shoot, this is episode number 29 already. Holy shit.
I think you've got to really talk into your mic there, because
I know I do. So we discovered a weird high-pitched noise out of my mic before this started. So decided to turn it down to be safe.
you want to turn down Pretzel Rocks
Let
too.
me know. For anybody watching live, I'd love to know if I'm just fucking screaming into this mic. Unnecessary, you know?
I mean, I can tell. I can either hear you or I can't. If you're far away, it just is.
We're gonna bring down Pretzel. Sorry about that. That was pre-show.
That was wild.
I know,
Pretzel
that
was turning
loud.
up. Yeah, we're fixing it, Gary. You know, we don't want you guys to get bored just hanging there in the starting soon.
Oh, cool. So it does sound good. So I'm gonna try to keep this
keep it bumping.
this 4 or 5 inches away from the mic because I don't like pressing up against it too close. I can hear myself. So how's everybody doing today? Love to hear it in the chat.
Watching your levels. Here, watch. Let's see. Yes, I can get to red.
For anyone who played World of Warcraft, that Murloc noise, you know what I mean? I probably butchered it a little bit, but
hope you guys had a good weekend.
Yeah.
It was definitely a weekend. I don't know. It felt like it went by way too fast. I don't know why.
I actually loved it. It was my first weekend all year where I actually cleaned my apartment like I wanted to, right? Ever since the beginning of the year, my focus has been off. It's I left town as soon as I put Optimo down. I went on a handful of long road trips, and each time I'd leave town, I was like, shit, I gotta clean this apartment. Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't do it. It took me 8 months.
He says clean his apartment. It's not like it was dirty. I think it's more rearrange and
open things
open
up.
And space up is more
exactly.
Because it's not like we're in a pigsty here. It's clean.
I do have certain standards though, so I mean, but generally I'm a clean person.
Yeah. But it's so much better. Like this area, you can't see this area, but this is much nicer. We can actually move through that area now. Got my workstation over there. Mm-hmm. We're set up for success.
It's more collaborative, right? It's we're optimizing this studio for full production of MonkeyBytes and beyond. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So
yes, sir.
Yeah. So on that note, it wouldn't be a Moral Monkey Monday without talking about MonkeyBytes. It's an NFT project we launched on July 7th. For those who don't know, please visit www.monkeybytes.io to learn more. But just to give you a brief explanation, it is an NFT project built on top of the Ethereum blockchain. It's a project focused on rewarding its token owners and giving back to the world. It does so in such a unique way where we've distributed the funds that come in 7 different ways. 6 of those funds will be responsible for 77% of the total proceeds from the project. And those 6 funds are focused on rewarding the world, while that 7th fund is focused on rewarding the team and allowing us to grow and build future NFT projects that are going to be here for decades to come, including MonkeyBytes. So I won't get too much more into it. Just please visit monkeybytes.io to learn more, and then we would really appreciate any comments below. Join the Discord.
Also, check out our Twitter. We're going to be putting out some more stuff there, and
I mean, of course,
or not out. Discord. I said Twitter, right?
You said discourse.
Check out
That's what I heard.
Check out our Twitter, and also thanks for hanging out on our Discord. It's really cool to see, like, we're looking at it now. We have like founders, set up in there. We can see all the new people who are joining in with their roles.
Oh yeah, and if you have purchased a MonkeyBytes, we're missing one founder.
Yeah,
and you're not in the Discord, go join the Discord. So we're creating unique tags, and we're going to create a exclusive chat room down the road. Right now, we're keeping it all, since it's a small Discord to begin with.
Think like Pixel Vault DAO. That's what he was showing me.
And obviously, there's going to be information that's only going to be released to founders down the road. So it's best to get in there and claim your role sooner than later.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Gary, reveal soon. Very soon.
Very soon.
We have to.
Earlier today, I tried to weasel one of the.
He was gonna try to reveal it in a video.
How about we throw it in this video right here? And he was like.
And I was like,
what?
Let me just. Give me a second.
Yeah. He didn't
it'll be soon. It'll be soon.
I almost got him to say yes, though.
It'll be this week. It'll be this week.
Yeah. Genty's looking
Maybe we'll give you 2 and 3 at the same time if you're lucky.
Oh, look at that. Raising the stakes. Yeah, so on that note, since we're still talking monkeys, right? MoralMonkeyMob.com is another initiative that we've started here at BitMonkey Studio. We are loaning out 5 moral monkeys every year, and more specifically, we're loaning out the token access to the admission access to VeeCon, which is the V conference. It's that next big conference, kind of like, think South by Southwest, that Gary Vaynerchuk is responsible for throwing over the course of the next 3 years. And guess what? The only way to get to the event is if you hold one of his VeeFriends tokens. So we decided to loan out 5 moral monkeys every year to 5 lucky winners. We're going to be covering round trip, hotel, and airfare expenses for those lucky winners, no matter where they are in the world. Right now, we do have a very simple application process where you go onto that website, moralmonkeymob.com, fill out the Google form. The application window is open until November 7th, at which time we're going to be announcing the final 4 rounds. So there's going to be 5 total rounds in this contest. And food for thought, this contest, I will never ask you to like, retweet, yada, yada, yada. That's not what that's about. Okay, that's about giving back. So share it with your friends if you'd like. But aside from that,
big opportunity.
Yeah, it's a big opportunity. Right now, I believe last I checked, I haven't read into them individually yet. I'm just keeping an eye on the overall number. I think we're just under 8 entries. Last I checked, it could have already jumped up to 10, and it's actually low considering the amount of VeeFriends holders and the amount of non-VeeFriends holders who don't know about the giveaway. So
1 in 8 chance right now. That's pretty.
that's
pretty
not
good.
fucking bad if you ask me. Right?
That's currently though. The Moral Monkey Mob is like it culminates kind of right before the VeeCon, right? I mean,
exactly,
with the wrapping up of our project.
Well, we're going to be deciding the winners by the holiday season.
Okay,
that's
cool.
the plan, right? That's why the application window closes on November 7th, and then that gives us 2 months to roll out, or a month and a half to roll out another 4 fun rounds of. I almost just fucking spilled it. 4 more rounds to be disclosed, but it's going to be more of a contest type thing. So you have to be attentive. If you're not attentive, you snooze, you lose. Right.
Yeah, just like I think with any.
So don't forget about your entry.
Yeah. With any, like, I mean, if you're really invested in a project, you slurp up, gain all the knowledge, like what this guy's thinking, you know, with MonkeyBytes and his ideas of when it comes to numbers and being, you know, thoughtful and everything. Just take that into account.
That's good. That's a good 2 cents right there, Scott. I like it. I like it. So I've talked the audience's ear off enough to start. Let's hear it from you, man. For this week, you know, I know we were discussing off air a lot of these projects, a lot of what's happening, right? But I would like to keep it personal for the start of this episode and ask you, what is one rule that you've set for yourself with all of these projects that are just, their floors are rising at astronomical rates? Are they going to hold those floors? Who knows? This is
honestly.
Do you have a rule that you've set for yourself, a guiding principle moving forward?
I mean, talking about it in the past, there's been the rule of like, don't invest in a project the day that I hear about it. That's one that, you know, follow. Yeah. Definitely set, you know, short-term goals, medium, long-term. You know, whether that's going to be a short hold, medium, long-term hold, you know, on those projects. But also just, I mean, the price action lately on a lot of these projects, man. I don't know. I think that this is a pretty overwhelming time to be in the NFT space, and it's like this is only the beginning of what could be an insane bull run. But right. Just the effects of like almost not knowing which projects are gonna, you know, fly, but also gas wars are they're troubling me. Like just 2 projects this morning.
Any hyped up project?
I was thinking about doing it, and then I didn't, and I'm so glad I didn't because gas was just through the roof. It was like an ETH in gas alone. And maybe once I'm at, you know, the big boy status where I can just, you know, throw around my ETH, throw my bags into different projects, but I still don't even really want to just throw my money around. Yeah. I'd like to be more thoughtful with it, which is like Gary, our OG Gary Broken, we were talking to him, you know, sort of where you're at with like the profile picture, the collectibles scene and stuff. And even Marcelo and I were talking about this, like, I like the profile pictures, I really do. And I think it's so much fun playing in the collectibles space. But right now it seems very like the top. I know it's not. I know we're probably still very far from it. But one thing that Gary said to me, or said to us in the Discord, was with all the money coming into space very quickly, I'm a little fearful too. You know what they say, to be greedy when people are fearful, and fearful when people are greedy. And that's really wise. I mean, you responded to that in the Discord, but I wanted to also bring that up here, that we are seeing a lot more greedy, not necessarily greedy, because everyone here wants to make a financial gain, right? Like at the end of the day, you are collecting cool art, but you want to gain from it. And we're seeing a lot more success and quick success where you can almost just toss around some Ethereum and make wins. Your wins will outweigh your losses. And I don't know if that's good or healthy for the market. Only time will tell. But too much winning can sort of be a bad thing. Right now, it seems like everything's great and everything's fine and dandy, but you don't want to be stuck holding bags. When people pull the rug or whatever on certain projects. Not to put any FUD out there, but I think at this point, for the next month or so, we really need to be careful. A bit more careful than we were the previous month, in kind of just aping into things and sort of being a bit more, what's the word? Free, I guess, free with our money, try to budget and think about things a bit more. I'm not saying, this is not financial advice. I'm not an NFT crypto expert by any means, but I think that for myself personally, I'm going to be a lot more thoughtful going forward. We had talked about for the profile pictures, my last one was going to be, Animatus and then Onis. And I say that's going to be my last one. Probably not in the long run, but for the short term, I'm going to try to start focusing on other things. I was going to go a bit more into Axie and do the scholarship and breeding thing, but they had a crazy update today where they cut down the SLP you can earn. It doesn't seem as the returns are going to quite be there as much as they were before the update, but we'll see. So I think for me, I'm almost at this point where I'm not stuck in that I don't have liquidity. I've sold some penguins today. Shout out Gary, also in penguins.
Yeah, shout out to everybody flipping their way up to VFriends right now. I know there's a handful of people who overnight turned just a couple ETH into the 12, 13, 14 ETH they needed to get that floor price VFriends. So congratulations.
Yeah, I mean,
really, congratulations.
There's
to
a whole lot
paying attention, because that's what it's all about, paying attention. I've heard multiple scenarios where somebody had something listed at a very, very low price, and they had that whole collection listed at that low price. Well, they were paying attention. They see something get sold, and they see the market start to jump up, and they're like, wait a second, I don't have to take a loss on this project. Let me delist, raise it up. Sure enough, that guess was correct. So it just shows that if you're paying attention to the market and to what's happening, the activity, you're going to win.
Well,
right?
there's so much to learn too, so many scenarios that I've never seen before. For example, this is only my second month. I'm a month and a week into NFTs. And seeing the penguins do what they did, they were essentially, they minted, were revealed a week later, did nothing. The floor actually went down from 0.0. The pre-revealed eggs were selling at about 0.05, 0.06 when they minted at 0.03. Reveal happened. The floor went down to 0.02, and it was okay, this might be a wash. Might have to call this one an L and move on. And essentially that's what I did. It held the penguins, but didn't think much of it. And then all of a sudden one night, and it's been happening for the last 2 or 3 days, the penguins went on a run. Some huge players in the game were tweeting about it. A lot of money coming in. I think there's some TikTok stuff going on. And it was kind of insane to be a part of, because I had 4 penguins going into it, and now I have 1, because a couple sold while I was sleeping at decent prices. I'm not mad at that. You can't look back at the NFT space and have regrets. That's the worst thing to do. Yeah. But I could have done a bit better had I expected this. But I think there's no way you could have really expected this unless you were the guy who was ha ha ha, today I'm gonna pump the penguins and buy out the entire floor up to 0.3. Yeah. And from that point on, it hit 0.3, hit a little 0.3, 0.4, hit a little barrier for a day and a half, and then all of a sudden everyone was oh, these are moving. Let's all do this too. Straight up to 1 ETH today.
So one thing, and I don't want to say this is a negative comment. This is more of be mindful.
Yeah.
I have been receiving DMs. Now, yeah, I've been receiving those crypto bot thing or CryptoPunks bot, but that's not what I'm bringing up. I'm bringing up that there's already third-party organizations and companies who are offering their services to act as hundreds of thousands of people to rise your floor. You know what I mean? So they are creating their own, like, think of them as called artificial floor risers, where you give them a percentage in ETH and they'll rise your floor. I'm kind of worried one of these might be that. And that's why I'm saying, I'm not saying this is negative. I'm saying be mindful of what's going on.
Yeah, you just got to take
trying
everything.
to make money. Yeah. Everybody's trying to be greedy.
Gary says, do you think it's moral for a project to buy up the floor to maintain a floor price? I think
it all depends, right? I guess if the project dedicated a community wallet that goes towards buying the floor and they're vocal about that, and then it goes towards rewarding existing token owners, I'd say in that case, if that was predefined before project launch, that's a great thing. However,
you're very far from
if they start doing that, damn it, I need to be more mindful of that. But if they start doing that after the fact of the launch and try switching it up, then I'd be a little concerned personally. Right, but if that's known beforehand,
I mean, I don't think it's a moral dilemma at all for me. I think it is what it is, whether they're buying up the floor or not. Mm-hmm. For me, I'd rather not see a project buy up the floor, just as a financial or like I don't know, not a financial idea. I don't know what I'm blanking on the correct word, but I would rather not see floor buying up because, exactly what Gary said, flippers take advantage of it. Mm-hmm. And maybe this is something like you put into effect later on if you're going to buy up the floor, a couple of weeks in maybe, to sort of lift things a bit and redistribute that to holders or for giveaways. But with degens, they completely tank their floor by, buying the floor back, the same day or a few days after the reveal. Mm-hmm. Flippers were just dumping it, trying to sell off their less rare ones and buy and get bigger, better rare ones.
I forgot about that. So that's a very good point. I need to go back to the chat. I was just squirreling here to vfriends.com and I was trying to think back. Did Gary draw a penguin? He didn't draw a penguin, did he?
That's kind of crazy.
He has a puffin, but I'm shocked there's no penguins.
That is pretty wild.
Unless I'm overlooking something.
No penguins. What?
Because I feel like it'd be patient penguin. Penguins are patient as fuck. You know what I mean? That could be a whole nother fucking character right there.
That has to be a clip for IG. Penguins are patient as fuck.
Yo, we're going to clip this.
How are penguins patient?
They just
because they chill in the Arctic.
Around. Yeah, they don't do shit.
They're slow to get from place to place.
They pick one mate. They give that mate a rock. They're with that mate the rest of their lives.
Rock.
They ain't fucking worried about other mates. You know what I mean?
They give them a rock
to
NFT.
To my knowledge, that's how penguins operate. Yeah, they give a rock.
Dude.
I can't remember if it was a male to female or female to male.
That would be crazy. But imagine a collab. Because there's a rock NFT. There's that project that's literally just rocks. Imagine you have a rock and you gift it to another penguin, and you can breed and make the next generation of penguins.
We just gave them an idea.
That's
right
genius.
There. We're gonna have to clip this. But yeah, I'm shocked. I'm just looking at vfriends.com.
Yeah, I guess there is no penguin. Even Gary just looked.
Yeah, there's no penguin.
Oh.
Oh yeah, and shout out. So I remember when we were spotlighting VFriends cats a while back, we overlooked one cat because we didn't look in the P section. We looked in the C section. Well, look at, there's a perfect Persian cat that's not on the C on the alphabet. So for anybody curious, that's where that hidden cat is.
It's a Persian cat.
Yeah, I guess it's perfect Persian cat.
Yeah.
Man, Gary, I don't know what you were thinking, but patient penguin is a fucking thing. For sure, all fucking day. Or...
I think it should be Party Penguin.
No. Now, if they had multiple partners,
that's actually a project.
Penguin.
That's actually a project.
Is it?
They try. We're not going to go down that penguin hole.
That's hilarious.
There's a lot more penguin talk and stuff.
See, I'm gonna briefly read through the comments here.
Yeah.
We should bring up something for the comments for the. I'll do that for next episode.
For what?
But Gary Fee says the supply will rise faster than the demand. So many projects will fall in the long term. Couldn't agree more.
Right.
You know, I know that right now we may be in a safe spot to see these floors rise, but I think by the holidays, by the real winter, depending on where you are on this world or this planet, I think once we get to that point where, like he's saying, that supply continues to rise faster than the amount of attention on these platforms, that's where we have a big problem of people just undercutting floors by multiples.
Yeah.
Trying to cash out because they knew this was coming. You know what I mean? So please, everybody, just proceed with caution.
It's crazy,
Be
though,
mindful.
because there's so many people who haven't gotten into NFTs, though,
These
too.
floors are rising too fast, too quick. Just be mindful.
Like, there is a lot of supply, but there's also a lot of people that have yet to get into NFTs.
Dip their toes yet.
And the amount of messages I got this week compared to any week prior to this were huge from people who are normies.
Well,
you
Des Bryant,
quote unquote.
I know I've been hopping into certain Twitter spaces when I can, but I know he's got a company.
What does Des Bryant have to do with this?
He's in the NFT space.
He's not a normie. I'm talking about outsiders who aren't in the NFT space.
Well, what I'm saying is these newcomers, right?
Yeah.
These big names who are entering the NFT space who have finally done their research,
Yeah.
they're now starting to share with their audiences.
I
think
see.
what we're starting to see is the accumulation of all these people who have big names but didn't want to speak on it too soon. They wanted to do their research. They wanted to start their own project. They wanted to then, figure out which projects they like the most. And now they're being vocal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
That could be it. I'm curious to see, though. The most of the texts I got this week, guess what they were? They weren't about NFTs. They weren't asking. It's every time I know that
What,
the
that
price,
Ethereum's pumping?
Yeah. It's like, how you doing, buddy? And I was like, is that like you just call me every time you see something fucking weird? I don't know the price. I don't check it every day. That's not important to me.
I know. It's funny how
really
little
funny.
I look at Ethereum price doesn't ever really, I don't think about it.
And I don't think it should, unless, of course, I know there's a lot of hodlers and holders who this is a day-to-day, month-to-month, and they are taking profits on a monthly basis. And I commend you for taking that risk to do that, because it's very volatile. And if you're able to do that, you're doing a great job. So keep up the good work. But just be mindful, There will be more NBA players coming soon. Yeah.
I think there's just going to be more people in general.
Has there been? I know that LaMelo Ball did his thing. Isn't somebody else doing something? Josh Hart? Did you tell us that? I believe I remember.
Josh Hart was Cool Cats.
No, but Josh Hart, he's been in there for.
No, he has, but he was one of the earlier celebrity guest names that invested in Cool Cats. It was Josh Hart, then Tyson.
Just waiting for them to see MonkeyBytes. How thoughtful it is.
Yeah.
How meaningful it is. It's
waiting for the world to see it.
Gotta see it.
Oh man, I don't know about you, but I am getting so hot in here.
Yeah, so it's like
It's cooking.
One of the windows open. I don't know if
The Bay Area is cooking this past week. It has been 90 plus.
Yeah, it is
here.
not a fall.
And whenever we stream, we close all the windows, turn off the fan,
on a busy street
and
here,
we sit here and cook for you guys to give you this content. We suffer
I get
and we
it.
love it.
We don't cook on air. I kind of want to, though.
I'm
I
cooking.
think you guys would be blown away by some
I'm
of my
stir fried
cooking.
right now.
I'm gonna have to do that one of these Saturdays. Just start a cooking show for shits and giggles.
Do it. Just start.
Oh,
Just
so
start.
Josh
Marcelo.
Hart, yes, and 2 more unnamed but coming soon. Yeah, I'd be shocked if Curry isn't already doing his research. Steph Curry, a lot of the Warriors. The fact that the Warriors, as a team, launched their own legacy collection, undoubtedly those players have something in the works. You know what I mean? Unless the team contracts prevent them from doing that, which I doubt it would.
True.
But you never know. There's going to be a lot of interesting dynamics between sponsors, brand positioning, and companies who do not want their players to do X, Y, and Z. And I have a feeling a lot of these players, they're going to throw that middle finger up to that company and say, fuck off, we don't need you. Which is 100% true. It's the same way artists are cutting out the middlemen,
Yeah.
or middlewomen. I don't want to, play it like that, but it's, man, this technology is revolutionizing industries, and it's so exciting. I'd love to hear if we didn't mention a certain industry and you're watching this on the recording post live, is there any particular industry you think this is going to blockchain technology as a whole, not just Ethereum, not just Bitcoin, but blockchains as a whole. What other industries are going to be flipped upside down? I'd love to hear it in the comments. And maybe we'll segment another show on it if it's a good enough topic. Yeah.
Gaming. We want more games. We want more games.
So I'm going to ask you something, but you're not going to like what I'm about to ask you. Are you going to buy a Meta Hero Mid Pass after?
Hell no. Hell no. I'm not like, I could probably, I guarantee you the return on it will be good.
Can I say it? I got a text.
Oh yeah. How mad I was.
I was disconnected most of
public
Saturdays.
sale.
It's cleaning up, rearranging things. Just I had music slapping, but I was off socials for the most part. And I get this text later in the day that it was all caps. And at first I didn't look at it because I was
for
in
a few
my zone.
texts it was all caps.
And then I finally went to it and I was like, oh, this is actually pretty cool, dude. I'm sorry to hear. I know you're bummed, but this just made my day even more. I was already having a great day. And then that happened. And then Gary dropped the note in our Discord.
Wait, but you need to explain what happened. You're just saying, and then this happened, and this happened.
Yeah, I'll let you explain.
Oh, okay. Because this is my favorite thing to talk about.
So, I'm going to break it down.
He's a Punks holder. He has 7 comics. He staked 3, burned 4, if I'm correct.
I burned 4, and I'm staking 3.
I thought I was going to get to say this.
Oh.
Now you're taking it over from me.
I thought you were just
Marcelo show. I'll just,
No. I'm going to stop talking.
I'll shut the... No, I'm just kidding. But I was looking on social media, and I was really excited to buy into Meta Heroes. I thought that there was going to be a public sale of the mint passes, and turns out there are not. And now you have to buy mint passes from degenerates like this guy.
And this type of degenerate ain't selling nothing.
He's not selling. And the ones that are selling for ridiculous prices when they minted at 0.08. They're selling for 2+ Ethereum.
So we got Gary over here, man. I couldn't agree more. I'm so disappointed, Scott. Meta Hero aren't a moon profile picture. I need to get these abbreviations down. But a good long-term investment in
it will. I know. And you own part of the part of the game by owning a Meta Hero. I know.
Well, and the founders DAO token owners also earn some of the proceeds. I think 30% of the overall revenue.
We'll see.
As well as part of the game.
We'll see. If I sell one of these penguins, then maybe.
I think that response comes from a moment in time where he's just frustrated with the project. He has a sour taste in his mouth, and he's like, "Fuck that."
No, I just wanted to get a Meta Hero at not an insane price.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I was just like that with a project. What project was it? Shit, I'm gonna let you take over. I need to go look at my phone.
Okay, yeah, I'll take over.
It was a good comparison, I swear.
But yeah, I mean, it's actually crazy. Like, as salty as I am, the way that Beanie and Pixel Vault and all of them have returned value to their investors is incredible. It is nuts. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah. And, food for thought.
Aren't you supposed to be looking something up?
Yeah, I got squirreled right here.
He hands me the mic and then immediately proceeds to take it back. This is what I'm talking about. This is Marcelo show. I'm going to revolt. I'm going to take a stand. You guys saw that. Go on.
No. I'm done. I'm going to do a double fake right there. I'm going to pull up what I want to pull up, and then I'll talk.
Wait, you said some people are upset in the PV Discord? I mean, if they're upset in the PV Discord, it's or Pixel Vault Discord. It's got to be people who aren't owners that are just hanging out there, like me. And to be fair, I did have the opportunity. Like, I had all the time in the world. Not really all the time in the world, because I've only been. It was a month. I've only been doing NFTs for a month and a week. I had 1 month and a week to get into Punk's comics, which at that time, they went from, like, when I first started, I remember seeing them for around 1, just under 1 Ethereum, I think. And then, just last week or whatever, right before all this happened, they were like 1.5 to 2. And then I think once Meta Heroes came out, it jumped too. But I had an opportunity to get in. But like I said, you can't really look back on that. I'll just find another Meta Hero somewhere out there. Oniforce.com. No, I don't think it's actually Oniforce.com. I think it's .io.
No, I'm pretty sure it's don't mislead. Oni, it's 0N1.
0N1, but it's pronounced Oni.
That's actually a good point.
It's not.
That's why I couldn't find it when I
Force.
first tried to look for it. I was like, hell is
But
this website?
you know, it's kind of like how I guess like the generation before me, you know, it's like, okay, people got CryptoPunks and then they got apes. My generation is the cool cats. I'm the cool cat NFT generation. So I've got to grow with my generation. Your generation's already good. You guys are set. You guys can chill. Don't worry about the future NFTs. Let us handle that.
That's funny. That's funny.
You guys are like the boomers of the NFT world.
But
Actually, the CryptoPunks are.
You know, I wouldn't say that. No, the boomers. You want to know what the boomers are? I think they're the penguins.
What?
No. Oh, you're trying to compare it to
Like age gap. Yeah, not like booming.
Never mind.
I'm just saying because
Never
like
mind, that was horrible.
in crypto time, anyways, they're
Yeah.
the oldest.
Well, yeah. I mean, this past month and a half feels like a year. I don't know about
It really
anybody
does.
else. The amount of work that's been put in, the amount that has been accomplished. I mean, it feels like half a year to a year. It's insane.
Gary said I hear.
Made, but this is absolutely fucking brilliant. So if you guys don't think we're gonna do something similar for future projects, think again. So in the credits of our white paper, we shout out Punk's project. So I just think that's fucking brilliant. That is rewarding the loyal holders.
It really is.
Rewarding the day ones, which is something I've been adamant about with all of our planning off air. So I heard today that staking is for boomers.
I just said that.
Wait, I was ignoring it. I thought that just popped up on mine.
This guy, like 10 minutes
Man,
later.
That's hilarious. Fuck, that's awesome. But yeah, on that note, man, I'm just so happy for them. I'm so happy to see how that unfolds. It's so fucking awesome.
That's actually pretty crazy
And-
that mint passes can be used whenever.
So for anybody who doesn't know, the mint passes from the Meta Heroes, Meta Hero Identities from Punk's comic, you can hold on to those in perpetuity for as long as you want. And you can choose to mint them or not mint them.
Or sell the passes.
Or you sell them unminted down the road.
It's crazy.
Gary V on Twitter Twitter or IG, I forget what he posted this on, but he's like, just the addiction you get from opening an unopened pack in the present time is nuts. What if you found an unopened pack from the mid 80s to late 80s and you find that Michael Jordan rookie card?
Yeah.
That first year, what was it, 83 or 86? I can't remember what year he started. But,
It's just insane.
ooh,
Yeah.
that's what's happening with mint passes. So I have a bit of a dilemma.
Oh man, poor Marcelo. I have 7 mint passes. Oh gosh, what is this dilemma that I could struggle with? Oh no, do I hold on to those mint passes, or do I turn them into? You know what I'll do? I'll probably get really rich by minting 4 of them and then keeping 3 to sell later on. Am I right?
Absolutely love that was just recorded on camera.
Hi, I'm Marcelo, and I have 7 mint passes. I love talking shit.
I think some strawberries, something sweet would help wash the sourness out of my mouth, my friend. So maybe some blueberries and strawberries with some mango. Make sure the mango's not prematurely ripe, because then it'll be a little sour there. Maybe that's what happened. Did you have some not ripe mangoes?
I think I drank some Haterade before this episode.
You like?
You know what? I can't be mad though.
I like that one. We never said that one on air.
I just love talking shit. I'm not really mad.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for this guy, but I love
I love it too.
I love like just starting controversy, because you know what? He didn't mint penguins, so you know there's my big brain at work there.
And here's another thing: full transparency. World of Women.
I know. Imagine that.
I want to give a little tip. Now, this isn't financial advice.
Remember.
But go, if you want to be a flipper and test, right? I know we given this suggestion about creating a paper wallet and do pretend purchases and then see where they go. Whoa, what just happened here? Is it frozen?
No.
Oh, wow. Mine is. It's weird. I'd recommend putting 0.1 in another wallet. Start your flip journey. And your guiding principle, guess who? Gary Vaynerchuk. Go start all the fucking notifications, right? I've been observing everything he's been announcing. All floors.
It did freeze.
Oh.
Oh, a battery died.
But you can still hear us? Can you still hear us?
Battery died.
Love it. I love that. You know what? It just wouldn't be BitmonkeyTV without it. Boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna give you some beatbox. Sorry about that. Thanks for bearing with us, man. I was gonna say, like, you know, it's all of those projects that he has. Now, don't just go and watch everything he's announcing or sharing or retweeting. Make sure he's purchasing it, and then go check AJ Vaynerchuk's wallet as well. If they're both purchasing it, chances are their audiences, right? And you see it within that first hour. Chances are both of those audiences haven't even a clue what they're doing yet. Go buy in. I saw my opportunities, sure, but I more wanted to see, to observe. Plus,
I remember the worldwide women.
The world of women. Honestly, the only reason the sour taste in my mouth was Art Chick. I'm sure off camera in real life she's a great person. I'm sure she is not half of the stirring of the drama of what she's known for since me entering the space.
Art Chick is my new favorite.
You know what I mean?
My new favorite influencer.
It's for me. I was just like, you know what? I'm sorry, but you put a bad taste in my mouth, so I'm not going to invest in your product.
Art Chick did?
Now that, yeah.
Oh.
Now that clearly backfired on me. Am I upset? Fuck no. Like, don't look at missed opportunities and regret. Look at them as learned lessons and be like, maybe I shouldn't hold grudges against influencers like that so much. It's not so much a grudge as it is just an opinion and a belief that I have of that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
But
Gary said Art Chick is to me like Beanie is to Scott.
That is.
But the thing is, Gary, is that has changed. Beanie's no longer my boy. He denied me the opportunity to buy his mint passes, and now I'm an Art Chick stan.
And I'm a Beanie fan.
I'm just kidding.
I think we're both just kidding here.
We're kidding. We both know I love Beanie.
You should bring no emotion to this. Look at it. Is it a viable solution? Do they have a solid roadmap? Where's the team at? World of Women checked all those boxes. You know what I mean? But emotions get in the way. The same with him, right? We all do it on some granular level, so just be mindful of it. Don't be so emotional. Like we were saying at the beginning of the episode, like you wanted to delist certain things, or we see people delisting certain things when floors start to rise, and then they'll rise it, they'll price it higher because they want more. The greed in them really gets the best of them. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I just say figure out your number and put it at that number. Don't let it below that number. That way you're never having that feeling of regret or that feeling of I should have done X, Y, and Z, because it's a waste of time. So I want to help you guys save some time here. So don't worry so much on that.
I feel it.
Yeah. I like it. Buck Bunzy.
What? No, I was looking at Bucks. I was looking at Ravi's project just to see where they're at. Yeah. But yeah, Fame Ladies better than.
Yeah, I will admit,
Wait, weren't they both pumped by Gary? Both Fame?
Yeah, they both were. So, art's cool. See, I can't give my opinion on art, in my opinion, right? Because I am not the artist like Scott is. I trust his opinion about the art of a project more than I trust my own. I may have a hunch about maybe something looks good to me and I like how it looks, like the ducks. Fuck yeah, I like ducks. But I'll tell you what, everything he's mentioned as far as, wow, look at that art. 100%. He has a fucking eye. So I believe his eye.
Been pretty good lately. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. And
very lucky.
Owen One Force has been opening up to me. Now, what are your opinions on the Fame Ladies and the WoW's art? Not World of Warcraft,
I think that the art is good for generative project. Did we buy in though? Because I didn't buy in because the art didn't fully do it for me. I think it's good. Like it's good generative art. Like there was probably so much work that went into both of those projects, so I can't knock that.
Never want to yuck the gum or whatever.
Yeah, like they're both great projects in their own way, but it was like sort of it happened that day, and it was kind of like one of those things like, don't invest in a project you just heard of that day. And that was sort of what happened. We were in VFriends Discord. Gary's like, look at this project. And I was like, Marcelo, do we do this? And he's like, I don't want to just ape into it just because Gary said it to do it. And I'm like, well, that's fair. You don't want to just kind of be a lemming jumping off the cliff with everyone else.
Yep.
So
it's not always going to work.
Yeah, you kind of learn, see how it goes. There was crazy things with the World of Women, though, that were sort of game changing that I didn't know about, like where if you owned a certain one, you got like royalties for life or something.
Yeah, that's
how they have
cool.
the clubs.
They have some unique utilities behind it. Now, I have a feeling it's changed, so I got to tip my hat off to them. When I first looked into that project, the roadmap said something in fine print that said none of this is guaranteed past 18 months, which to me initially was a huge red flag. It's like, wait a second. So this is a rug pull. So you only have every intention of following this plan to this 18-month marker, then you disappear. That's kind of what I picked up on it. I think they've taken that off since, because I remember trying to go back to their website, but as soon as I couldn't find it with ease, I was like, whatever. I'm not gonna get emotional about this and waste my time.
Yeah.
But little things like that. I think it's great, man. I know so many people right now who are they have the biggest smile on their face, and so many people have learned so much, right? Have able to make tens of thousands of dollars in the matter of days. So, keep up the great work. Don't get emotional with things.
No, you can't get emotional with this.
Don't get emotional with things. It's not worth it in this space. Draw your line in the sand. Figure out what you're willing to, sell for, what you're not.
You know what's funny though, actually, that you say that, don't get emotional about this, and I agree with you, but there was a bit, I would say this weekend, because everything's been a really fun run, and I've had really great success in some of these projects, but even this weekend I was thinking, this is fun and all, but what's what's the end goal with all this? What am I really kind of doing in the NFT space, besides having fun with art and sort of chasing the money? What's farther down, flipping these projects or whatever? And of course with MonkeyBytes, we're building that bigger future. But I really had to sort of step away from it all and think about oh man, be happy for the progress that I have made, because even on the scale that I've, what I've done, I feel tiny compared to a lot of people who are in this space. They're throwing around big ETH and stuff, and everyone's, it seems like they're ahead of me. And I'm like, oh man, let me up there. I want to be there. And in my head, I'm like, man, I'm not where I want to be. But I think I need to come to terms with that. Be happy with my growth and where I'm at, the friendships and, the connections I've made in this space, because everything's going great. I think it's just sort of in my own nature as an artist to sort of want more and want better and compare myself to the people who I see, in those upper echelons, and I'll get there. It's just, I was a little bit there was a moment where I was hard on myself, and I'm like, damn, okay, remember, this is about the fun. This is about learning this technology and being a part of this space. And I think that's one thing that excuse me, for this Moral Monkey Monday is to really think about the effects that this has had on you, and really be grateful, whether you've had some great wins, great losses, or whatever, that you're here in this space, you're learning, and we're all a part of this. Just I think that we can get caught up in how much you made, what's the floor, what's dropping this week, and there's a trillion things to keep track of, and your mind is just constantly going. Sometimes it's good to turn that off and just sort of take a step back, breathe, realize where you're at, and then continue. And that.
Definitely gonna clip that. That was a fantastic segment right there. And I want to play off that a little bit. It spins off of, I guess, drawing your line in the sand. I don't want to repeat myself there, but asking yourself why you entered this space in the first place. That's something I encourage everybody to do during this time of volatility. Ask yourself, why did you join this space in the first place? Was it to become a millionaire? Was it to explore this new technology? Was it, well, this person I trust is in it, he said I should look into it, or she, I'm looking into it. And go back to
I got that too, Gary. Sorry, he said there was a network error. It looked like our stream was about to go down, but if you just refresh, it'll come back. I think it was a Twitch thing.
What I'd recommend was that everybody is just kind of go back and revisit your initial thoughts, right? And take a look at the progress that you've made, and just remember one thing. You know, don't compare yourself to others in this space, because it's only going to drive you crazy. You're only going to make decisions out of greed because you want to be, you want to have the same size bag that they have. And what that means is the same size bag of Ethereum that they have. And it's going to cause you, or forcefully make you make certain decisions, right, subconsciously, that are not in the interest of your future, right? They're going to be decisions that cause you to lose a lot of money because you're comparing yourself to others. Be happy with the present. Be happy with what you got. You know, look at everybody else. Learn. How did they get to this? Like, we're seeing it right now. A lot of us can take study in all of these meteoric rises and look at these wallets that are selling those penguins. Guaranteed, they're stacking on up to CryptoPunks and what have you.
These are people that have probably been in the scene for years, or they're, you know, outside world rich, bringing their money in.
Right.
You know.
Exactly. There's a lot of that.
There's a lot of big whales. Yeah.
There's a lot of DeFi whales who haven't yet entered the space.
True.
Think about that.
That's true.
A lot of sushi that has not yet been converted into ETH to purchase these NFTs. Like, you know, just playing off of what Scott said, I really love that. Just comparing yourself to others just doesn't end well. You know, it leads unhappiness. It leads stressful thought and anxiety. So, really love that, man.
Thanks.
So just wanted to reiterate and make sure the audience heard, and we'll make sure we segment that. All right. So, is there anything else we wanted to talk about on this Moral Monkey Monday that we haven't talked about yet?
I think there was one thing that I had.
While we're thinking, any questions in the audience last minute? We'd love to hear it.
I know one thing. When you're generally speaking, when you're in NFTs, a lot of times you can get tied up and become illiquid, or you can't move things around. You know, you don't really have a lot of Ethereum to spare. One thing that I'm trying to work on, I guess the next step in my evolution, is when I do have Ethereum, to be able to sit on it a bit longer and not have it burn a hole in my pocket. Because, you know, right now, after selling a few penguins, I'm like, man, okay, where do I put this money? Rather than just holding on to it and seeing how the space develops, making a better decision, I'm like, I need to buy NFTs. I must buy NFTs. And so I still might buy a few NFTs before Onis. But I'm keeping Onis, you know, in mind. It's the bigger picture. There are a couple ideas I have about some NFTs, and I'll tell you guys later so you don't swoop the floor on me. But there is a project.
All I'm going to say is he is a degenerate. Wink, wink.
Excuse me, sir. Pardon me.
So I'm going to give a tip for the audience. It's actually something I practice. I can't tell you locations and specifics, but there's wallets I can't access because it takes a couple hours to access them. They were created strategically to prevent myself from spending like that. So what I'd recommend for you, Scott, is create an offline Keystore data file from myetherwallet.com. Go get a 256-bit AES encryption USB stick. You're going to add that Keystore onto one of them. You're going to then clone that to the second one. You're going to place those two far away from you.
You want me to put my crypto off onto a secure system rather than leaving it on MetaMask?
No. What I'm saying is create these wallets using this method, and then you operate as normal. Save the public ID, then go put those away very far and very difficult to grab, whether they're at different people's houses and they don't know they're at their houses or something like that.
I'm going to hide one back here in that rooster.
You can, and I'll never know. I mean, you just got to be mindful. I do keep things clean, so if I come across it, I'll know it's not my USB stick. I'll be like, who's fucking trying to spy on me? I will destroy that shit so quick if I find something that doesn't belong. I will make sure it's not a bug, it's not a wire, it's not a mic or anything. But going back to it, you save that public IP or that public wallet address. Keep it on a notepad. Keep it on your Google Keep, whatever you use. And every time your bag starts to get a little big, you send that bag off to that Keystore wallet so it's far out of your reach.
Yeah, that's what I need to do. Yeah,
so, but you
a
don't
bit
send
of it that
all,
I
you don't
can't
zero
touch.
out your account. Let's say you get up to 2 ETH. You're like, okay, every 2 ETH I earn, I'm gonna put 30% away into this offline Keystore file.
Yeah.
So that when you get those feelings of, oh, I want to spend this right now. Well, guess what? You have a backup stash.
Yeah.
So that's what I'd recommend everybody get in the habit of doing. It's very similar to, like, if anybody's read that book, it's a very short read, The Richest Man in Babylon. One of the rules is, in order to set up wealth for your future, you have to first be able to put away at minimum 1/10 of your earnings autonomously every month for the rest of your life, to earn that, to build that for an estate of your family and their kids down the road. If you make that autonomous, take that financial advice into ETH. Like, we all can. We don't have to have the biggest wallets, especially when you put into perspective how long this technology is going to be around, and the potential of Ethereum eventually becoming 100,000 a pop. Like, come on. Patience. I can't stress it enough. Patient penguin.
That doesn't exist.
I know. I had to spit it over there. So for those, I know we have a few new viewers here.
That was so funny how you said it. Patient penguin.
I did that on purpose. I was trying to get the accent going. Yeah, today was a great episode. I love it. Let's go back to the comments though.
Oh yeah, that's the alpha for the Discord only.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, I feel you. That's the alpha for the Discord only.
That's, you know what? That's the alpha for the Twitch. You heard
like
it here
that.
first.
I like that.
Degens are coming back. Regens, get ready. It's gonna sweep the world. I actually have no idea.
He was about to stumble and just froze up.
Don't listen to what I'm saying. I have an inkling. There are undertones. People are speaking in whispers of Degens.
I need to turn off his mic.
That's a terrible way to end Moral Monday.
So
don't be Degens.
So let's close it out. I think we're coming up on an hour mark. I think it's a great length for the episode. Unless there's some last minute questions. Oh yeah, would be a good Tech Tip Tuesday topic. Yes, that's on my list. I know that I've pivoted a bit, and I'm going to talk more IT focused Tech Tip Tuesdays to help you primarily with the PC, the Mac to PC transition, what apps to use, how to navigate, some simple rules to follow on making your life easier when navigating Windows 10. I'm going to focus first on that, but I'm thinking by September I'll have a video, unless you want it sooner. I want to play it to what you need, what you want, Gary. So since you're going to be the first live streamer, Moon Boys to the moon.
Did you see my wallet, Gary?
Did you just do that on air?
Yeah.
This fucking guy.
I had to snag that one.
Because
I had to.
You were worried somebody else is going to snag it. Oh.
I've been eyeing that one for the last 2-3 hours. I was waiting for gas to dip into the 30s, and it did it 2 seconds ago. And I was like, you know what? I'm doing it. I'm grabbing this now, true Degen style. Let's go, Moon Boys to the moon. Woo!
Yeah, so I love it. So on that note,
Marcelo's wow, everything we just learned today on Moral Monkey Monday.
Right? I know. Might as well open up all the windows, turn on that fan. Is there anything else you'd like to close out on?
You know what? Honestly, just remind people to have fun. That's why we're here. We're having fun. We're talking about NFTs. We're talking about art. We're having fun. Don't invest anything you can't. I've seen a lot of people actually sort of following people's leads about investing into projects. Some big bag holders, they're big, who can swing big amounts of ETH, and they're I'm like, why would you copy or compare yourself to that? You're not at that level yet. I'm not at that level yet. So just trust your gut, trust your intuition when it comes to buying NFTs. Don't just follow the crowd. Create a checklist for yourself, follow that, and have fun. I mean, that's what we're all out here doing, collecting art.
Yep. I'm going to second on this with, don't have any FOMO, have some fun. Understand tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow there's going to be another NFT project launched.
True.
I mean, tomorrow there's going to be another problem. Just have some fun first and foremost. And yeah, take a deep breath if you're not. Practice that, what's his name, Wim Hof? You know that person I'm talking about? I forget his first name.
I don't know Wim Hof.
You know,
He's
he's
not
got
my
like
boy.
a breathing technique. This fool's a nut. Anybody who don't know who, I'm blanking on the name. Maybe somebody in the chat will. But he's pretty much rocking through the snow with just some gym shorts. He has this breathing technique that he trained himself after, unfortunately, his wife passed away. There's a lot of disasters that occurred within his family. And instead of breaking down and giving up, he tried to better himself through breath. And it's amazing what he's been able to accomplish. I actually know him through a mutual friend, so eventually I want to talk to him, but I'm not going to call in any type of... To his place, I'll do that. You know what I mean?
There you go.
But for those who don't know who that is, Wim Hof, if you just YouTube Wim Hof, he's got a unique method. And, you know, I was skeptical at first, but it works. Fucking works. That's how I get through my cold showers in the morning. Which, by the way, it kickstarted today.
What, cold showers?
Yeah, because I was taking that break for a while. Yeah. It's
I
back to
think
the
cold
4 a.m.
showers-
wit's feeling good.
Cold showers are
Feeling
chill.
good. On that note, I've been up for 12 hours already. All right, time to...
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. That means I'm tired. I need more coffee.
More coffee.
And I need some dinner.
All right. Well, we'll wrap it up here. We hope you guys had a great weekend and continue to have a great week following this episode. We'll be back on Wednesday.
And we're
Wednesday
gonna do a
might actually...
We're going to do a speed question right now, actually.
Oh, we are? What's the speed
Yeah,
question?
we're just going to ask each other our favorite colors.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, we're just adding a little tip to the end.
Orange, if you couldn't tell.
You asshole. It's
Well,
my
okay.
favorite color.
Okay, so my favorite color would be black or white, but they're technically not colors. White is all colors, black is the absence of color, depending on what you're talking about, pigments or light.
That's true.
But orange is my favorite color. And yours is too. So that's kind of fun.
I like it. Yeah. So I just wanted
was
to
meant
test
to
something
be.
new. Yeah, I got some tips on kind of how to close that episode a little differently.
Oh,
so.
on Austin's. But that was like
Yeah.
if we're interviewing people,
I know,
not
but I
for
kind
us.
of like it. It switches things up. It gives the audience something new about you every episode.
Well, I guess we're just.
Well, I'm just gonna do a speed test real quick to make sure. No, I think that's okay.
Oh, we might be back.
I wonder, man. This is now the second.
That's funny.
time.
We got 4 viewers when our stream drops. That's incredible.
Maybe because they get
Yeah,
notified that we're restarting. the
Oh, we're
stream.
back. Look, and it's still at an hour. So we'll just sign off.
Yeah, this is weird.
Hopefully
So
it's
for anybody tuning in at the end of this, our first day streaming to YouTube and Twitch. So we're gonna sort this out.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's Streamlabs OBS. Y'all need to step up your game. You caused some issues last week.
Ah.
Didn't like it. Too glitchy.
Anyways, we're gonna wrap it up here. Hopefully we don't have any more issues while we're just trying to wrap up. But thank you guys for watching. This has been episode 29. I'm Marcelo.
And I'm Scott.
Thanks for watching.